Welcome to this week's episode of the Pull List Examiner. My pull list was only 3 issues this week, so I waited until New Comic Book Day to share with you the 3 issues I picked up because I have a top 3. And let's look at what those 3 issues are. This was a really light week at the LCS. I think I've heard other people say the same thing, but let's look at those top 3. Number 3 this week was Star Wars The High Republic Adventures, put out by Dark Horse Comic. We're on issue number 5. This series is following this guy right here, who's kind of like a Jedi flunky. Doesn't really feel like he fits in, but he definitely has a lightsaber and can control things with the Force, so I think he's a Jedi. But he's fallen in with some friends who were with some space pirates, and it's been a fun story. And I would definitely say this is one geared towards the kiddos if they like Star Wars. Very Disney-like in how they have done this. And then coming in at number 2 this week, we've got Detective Comics issue number 1072. This is a pretty cool Solomon Grundy cover too that they have on this issue. Ram V is writing what is essentially a Batman opera, and I don't even know what act we are in at this point. I think it's the final act. He has went off on some tangents that have tied together the various ancient families of Gotham together, including Ra's al Ghul, who is in there as well. And I have to say, it has been a good read, epic read. It is typical Ram V, very verbose and very detailed, but still fun to read. It kind of reminds me of the Swamp Thing run that he did as well. And then coming in at number 1 this week is The Punisher. Jason Aaron with the final issue number 12 of at least this run of The Punisher. I don't know if they're continuing on. I have really enjoyed this series as it bounces back between past various memories that Frank Castle has and connects them to the current timeline. And he has become the I think they call him like the Fist of the Beast or something like that. He has taken on some kind of persona. Maybe it's being possessed, I'm not exactly sure, but it has given him superpowers. I think in one issue he even is flying around. So not your typical Punisher, but still your typical Punisher. Kind of a very different take, I think, on the Punisher, and I thought they did really good. The artwork was great. This was a great run for the Punisher. So that's my top 3 picks because I only had 3 picks. Thanks for watching this week's episode of the Pull List Examiner, and remember to read them, bag them, and board them, and we'll see you next time.